So let's talk about this Twitch leak. And I have a lot of opinions on it and how I personally think it could affect not only the business side of Twitch, obviously, which we all should already know, but also our user side and how it will most likely ripple effect and change the way we interact with even just other streamers. Not talking about money that the streamers are paid out, not talking about any of that. We're talking about literally business decisions in Twitch and how I think it's really going to go. So we are going to look at this article from ARS Technica, okay, entitled Twitch Source Code, Creators Earnings Exposed 125 Gig Leak. Now, in retrospect, 125 gigs is not a lot. Okay? But data zipped 125 gigs is a lot. And which the majority of the files that we've seen on Reddit and everything have been zipped. So zip, you take a whole bunch of files and you zip it up into a single file that is essentially compressed. Okay, text, a lot of data, script, code, all that. So 125 gigs zipped, that's humongous. But that's not what we're here to talk about. So we have... Okay, so Twitch admits to breach, but it was unsure of the extent. Now, I woke up on Twitter, I think everyone did, and Twitter was full of just screenshots of what streamers made, which seems to be, yeah, it's 125 gigs compressed code. So Twitter was rid of just all this streamer money. That's not the biggest picture. Okay, so fiscal years usually follow calendar years. You have Q1 ends on March 31st, Q2 June 30th, Q3 September 30th, and Q4 obviously December 31st. We don't know when Twitch's calendar or fiscal year actually starts and stops, but the fact that Q3 ended and this is the first thing in Q4, when, by the way, Black Friday falls on Q4 because majority of the year companies run in the red. And so Black Friday was kind of a way that Black Friday comes from, when they would actually become in the black with their profits and everything like that. The same goes with online businesses. Okay, so with Twitch and the investors and everything like that, because as you see here, Amazon's acquisition of Twitch, Jeff Bezos paid $970 million. Is $970 million to Amazon is very nothing. But okay, so we're sitting in a boardroom. Let's just role play for a little bit. We're sitting in a boardroom and I'm the head of Twitch. Okay. And you guys are the investors. Obviously, money runs out. They need investors, advertisers, everything like that to really fully run a full operation. Example, YouTube. YouTube, owned by Google. Google ads, businesses flood money in. They get the cut and portray their products. Well, with this data leak, you as an investor, what if I came to you and I said, hey, I have this product, this phone, okay? We're just going to pretend it's not Apple. I have this phone. And recently, everything about this phone that makes this phone unique, I kind of took photos of it, and it's all online. My security wasn't that great because I just wanted to make a good product. But would you want to invest? Essentially. Okay. Would you or would you not say, yeah, here's a check for $100 million? No. And the thing is, right now, it's like comparing apples to oranges. Twitch is the orange. Okay? Nothing rhymes with it. You know, it sticks out. It's good. Majority of people love it. Yeah, there's these apples out there, but they're kind of like the same. Their UI is different, but the discoverability is about the same. They don't have quite the innovation as the orange, but now the orange is rotting. Okay, we have this beautiful shell, and the inside, it's just full of rot. And it's now cut open. Now, Red Delicious Apple over here is looking a lot better. So these investors that would pour all this money into this orange are now seeing the rotten core. Money, diversity, morality, all the news articles from the last 3 quarters coming in with hate raids, scandals, streamers leaving, big streamers that are now getting deals with AT&T and own esports teams, and seeing that YouTube's wanting to buy this up. Well, these big names, they go over to YouTube. And so Twitch is now left here. They probably saved their biggest bet with Nick Merckx reporting, the largest streaming deal in, history. But they just had their entire infrastructure leaked. Millions of passwords. Facebook was down for 7 hours. 7 hours. And lost close to $1 billion. Twitch had their seams cut open. And they're going to lose a lot of investors. A lot of investors. Investors were going to lose it. So Twitch says here, we can confirm a breach has taken place. Our teams are working with urgency to understand the extent of this. We will update the community as soon as additional information is available. Thank you for bearing with us. Okay, you acknowledged it. The entire source code, yeah. Like I said, the seams were ripped open. The seams were ripped open. And how easy it is to make a clone. Easy. Okay, so here's the data. The entirety of Twitch's TV source code, like you just said, with commit history from the beginning, creator payouts reports starting from 2019, mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients, proprietary SDKs, and internal AWS services used by Twitch, data from every other property that Twitch owns, including IGDB and CurseForge. By the way, New World, Amazon Studios, I'm sure, also had some code within, source code within Twitch, if they had access to every other property that Twitch owns. So think about that. Information about unreleased Steam competitor Vapor from Amazon Game Studios. Information about unreleased Steam. You literally, just go back to the analogy, I created this phone, this brand new phone, and I want to release it to the world. By the way, everyone knows about this phone. Now, obviously it's a metaphor. Twitch's internal red teaming tools used by SOC security teams. To be honest, I'm not sure much about that. If you know, please let me know, Morgan. The dump also reported contained Unity source code for a game called Vape World. Going to assume that's going to be a launch title for that Vapor service. Portions of the leaked archive are vast and contain large zips, like we stated before, and may be days before the complete extent of the breach is understood. Dang. They named it Twitch Leaks Part 1. One. Yes, enable two-step factor authentication. I got that. Change password to safeguard. Do that. Also, it says here, Amazon workhouse workers across the U.S. were unable to work for at least 2 hours last night because their internal software crashed and none of their scanners would work. All Amazon will say is that network disruption was quickly resolved. Okay. That opens up even more because, as we know, we've said multiple times, Twitch is owned by Amazon. And then Amazon workers across US were unable to work for at least 2 hours last night because of the internal software crashed. Internal software crash. Okay, there could be various amount of reasons. How large is Amazon? And I think they're using Twitch as a backdoor. Yes, this might be part 1, and I think part 2 is online as well. But what if Amazon and all the other subsidiaries are the next? We just had a network crash on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Amazon was down. Amazon was down. There was other websites down, complete blackout. And then hackers get into Twitch, source code all leaked. Back up your files on a flash drive. Back up anything you have on a flash drive. I don't think this is the end of it. I think this is the beginning. They're going to lose investors. Investors are going to go to YouTube. You got Trovo, Brime. That's still a thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm really curious. Please comment what you think. Because as your neighbor's dog, Morgan, says, this shit is scary. I 100% agree. This is scary.